Hello, Jambo, bonjour, welcome to my channel. My name is Chilanda and this is Library Without Borders. Okay guys, so before we get into the main event of this video, I want to talk a little bit about February and my journey through reading the books that I read and how I did and what are my expectations for the month of March. So February was a good month for me. It was my first time that I read so many books because obviously I love reading books, and before I started my channel, I would take my time and just read, one or two books, take my time at my own pace. But now that I started this channel, I know that I have to bring some bookish content, right? So there is a little bit of that pressure to read as much books as I can. But what I want to say is that that's not what matters, right? What matters is to read books that we enjoy and be able to present or review the book so that you, viewers, can actually enjoy the content that we bring. And it's the quality that matters, not the quantity. So as I think about that, I will give you my list of books that I want to read for the month of March. But I realize that if I don't get through all of them, it is not the end of the world. It just means that there will be another occasion to get through those books. Okay, let's get to it. All right, guys, here's my list of books that I plan to read for the month of March. I'm so excited. So first on my list, it is Adulthood Rights by Octavia E. Butler. As you recall, guys, I read Dawn in the month of January. It is the first book in a series of a trilogy. We have Lilith, Brood, or Xenogenesis series, and it includes Dawn, Adult Rights, and Imago. So here's a synopsis of the second book in this series. After nuclear war destroys nearly all humankind, an alien race called the Oankali intervenes, saving a small group of survivors from certain death. But salvation comes at a cost. The Oankali can read and mutate genetic code, a skill they use to constantly adapt and evolve. They value humans for their intelligence, but also know the species is destined for failure due to a fatal flaw, unless they breed with the Oankali to produce a new hybrid species. Akin looks like an ordinary human child, but as one of the first human-alien hybrids, he can see at a molecular level and kill with a touch. More powerful than any human and able to perceive the Oankali's own flaws, Akin must reconcile his dual heritages before building a future for both species in a world already torn in two. Ooh, okay. That's an interesting book. I can't wait to see how Dawn and this connects with each other. This is going to be quite a journey. I am excited to go back to the Oankali's world and bring you guys the Chiji. I'm not going to try say that name again. Okay. Next on my list, it is a contemporary romance. I'm trying to have variety in the books that I'm going to read this month. And the second one is Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I've seen this book a lot on Book Talk and some of my booktubers that I follow. So here's the synopsis for Book Lovers. Nora Stevens' life is books. She's read them all, and she's not that type of heroine. Not the plucky one, not the laid-back dream girl, and especially not the sweetheart. In fact, the only people Nora is a heroine for are her clients, for whom she lands enormous deals as a cutthroat literary agent, and her beloved little sister, Libby. Which is why she agrees to go to Sunshine Falls, North Carolina for the month of August, when Libby begs her for a sister's trip away. With visions of a small town transformation for Nora, who she's convinced needs to become the heroine in her own story. But instead of picnics in meadows or run-ins with the handsome country doctor or bulging four-armed bartender, Nora keeps bumping into Charlie Lastra, a bookish, brooding editor from back in the city. It would be a meet cute if not the fact that they've met many times and it's never been cute. Ooh. If Nora knows she's not an ideal heroine, Charlie knows she's nobody's hero. But as they are thrown together again and again in a series of coincidences no editor worth their salt would allow, what they discover might just unravel the carefully crafted stories they've written about themselves. Sounds like another second chance romance, which after reading Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan, I'm into it. So I can get down with this. We'll see what Emily Henry is gonna craft in this story. I'm excited for it. Oh, also guys, I wanted to film this video in my dining room simply because of the lighting. It's pretty bright outside, so I wanted the natural light because usually I film downstairs where my library is, and a girl needs some light in her life. Okay guys, next it is a book that's probably gonna be dear to my heart. You know why? One, it's because it's about a Congolese author. It is my first time reading a book by a Congolese author. So I'm not sure if it's based on facts. I'm gonna have to research that. I should have probably before I filmed this, but I believe it's a fiction story, but with factual events. So yeah, as I was saying, it is by Blaise Ndala, and it's called In the Belly of the Congo, where I am from, guys. Hey, oh, because I mean, these past few weeks, I've only been reading about African authors that are from Nigeria. So when I found out that there was an author from my country, oh, you best believe that I was going to jump on it. And I did. All right, guys. So let me read you the synopsis. Princess Chalanyota, daughter of King Kena Kwete III, of the Kuba people in the Congo, is among the 11 villagers on display at the 1958 World's Fair in Brussels. After the humiliation of the Nazi occupation, the royal palace is determined to restore the Belgian colonial empire's honor and prestige by showcasing the successful civilization of the Congo. Do I gotta say something about that? Belgium's model colony are the biggest international event since the end of the Second World War. Civilization of the Congolese people? Yo, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna get into that, okay? Let's keep reading. The young princess recounts her journey from her home of Kasai to a Catholic school run by nuns, where she falls madly in love with the handsome Belgian administrator. So, the oppressed falls in love with the oppressor. That's what we're gonna do. When her father discovers the affair, his fury cannot be contained. Fearing for her life and his own, Chala's lover sends her to Leopoldville to stay with his friend, and a collector and dealer specializing in African art. In the capital, she is immersed in a world pulsing with youth, sex, energy, and hope for the new independent republic. Twice betrayed, Chala is sent to Brussels, an unwilling and defiant participant in Expo 58. But then she disappears. Oh, the story does not end there. Wait for it. August 2003, Nyota Kwete, the princess niece, leaves Congo for Belgium to continue her education at the university. Before she departs, her father charges her with the task of discovering the face of her missing aunt. In Brussels, Nyota is welcomed by the Congolese diaspora community and crosses paths with the Belgian scholar who is haunted by his own ghosts. Okay, never mind. Together, they uncover important secrets that were taken to the grave. Okay, guys, that's where I'm gonna stop. But I am excited to discover a love story in my country that obviously we talk about important things such as the Belgian colonization. And I've read a book about that as well. It's called King Leopold II. It's absolutely atrocious what happened in my country. Yeah, guys, so I'm excited to pick up this book, and I believe I'm actually going to start reading it tonight. Okay, I can't wait. And I'm going to do a review on this book, guys. I have to. Come on. You know, I just have to. So, yeah. Next on my list, guys, it is a book that is both controversial but captivating at the same time. I'm not sure, guys, if you guys heard about Queen Jinga or Jinga, Queen of Angola. I think there's a show on Netflix that I have to watch that talks about her. But I recently, as I was reading books and going through Black History Month, I realized that I was searching for books that recounted the stories not only of African Americans, but of Africans. You know what I mean? Because that's where, as a Black people, we began our story. And I fell into this book, Jinga of Angola. Queen Jinga, as we know her today, was vilified by Europeans. And this book is basically a book that portrays all the different characters of who she was, her life, the wars, and what she did during that period, which was during the period that Portuguese were selling slaves and bringing them to Brazil. So that's the story of her life and who she represents today. I can't wait to bring you this book, guys. I am excited to do a review on this book, and yay to Queen Jinga. That's the only queen I recognize. No shades, Queen B. Next on my list, it is an acclaimed book that is actually Reese's book club, and it is The House of Eve. I actually saw this book when I was searching for books to buy, but I also picked it up mostly because Lex reads. Follow her if you don't, but she raved about this book. She loved it so much that I was like, okay, I need to pick it up. Okay, so the story is set in the 1950s in Philadelphia. 15-year-old Ruby Pearsall is on track to become the first in her family to attend college, in spite of having a mother more interested in keeping a man than raising a daughter. But a taboo love affair threatens to pull Ruby back down into the poverty and desperation that has been passed on to her like a birthright. Eleanor Quarles arrives in Washington, D.C. with ambition and secrets. When she meets the handsome William Pride at Howard University, they fall madly in love. But William hails from one of DC's elite wealthy Black families, and his parents don't let just anyone into their fold. Eleanor hopes that a baby will make her finally feel at home in William's family and grant her the life she's been searching for. But having a baby and fitting in is easier said than done. With their stories colliding in the most unexpected of ways, Ruby and Eleanor will both make decisions that shape the trajectory of their lives. All right, sounds like there's gonna be drama, there's gonna be redemption, love, and everything that is Black and beautiful. All right. Finally, guys, it is Someday Maybe by Oni Nwabineli. This book was part of my January TBR, I believe, and I've got to get to it. I just want to read because, again, a few booktubers have mentioned the book, and I want to finally find out what this book is all about. But all it says here, Someday Maybe is a stunning and witty debut novel about a young woman's emotional journey through unimaginable loss, pulled along by her tight-knit Nigerian family, a posse of new friends, and the love and laughter she shared with her husband. I know it's going to be heartbreaking, and I'm all for it. The final book I forgot to mention, I'm listening on Audible. It is The Tattooist of Auschwitz by Heather Morris. That will be the book that I will be listening to. There you have it, guys. So hopefully I will be able to get through books so that I can bring you some marvelous stories that these authors have worked so hard to bring to life. Okay, guys, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. What did I just say? Please subscribe. All right, bye.